Hi, this is Mike Kavanaugh with GayLifeNYC.org, and I have the distinct pleasure to be with the person that's called the hottest body on Broadway, Nick Adams. How you doing today, Nick?
I'm good, thank you.
You know that he almost looked shy there. That was so cute. So Nick, you come from Erie, Pennsylvania, and when did you get to New York City?
It'll be 5 years in May.
And what would you say was your big break? What happened when you got here?
I was here for 2 weeks, and right out of college, I went to school in Boston, and I got Chicago, my first show, within 2 weeks of being here. So it was a very fast, story. I didn't anticipate getting something that quickly, but I was prepared in the right place at the right time, and that was my first show.
Wow, that's terrific. So 2 weeks, he really paid his dues there, huh? Lucky for us.
Many years before that, I started doing all this when I was 9 years old, so there was a lot of years prep that went into it.
Could you tell me a little bit about your roles? What's your favorite role that you've done on Broadway or off Broadway?
I would have to say Larry in A Chorus Line. It's always been one of my favorite musicals, and I did that show for a year. It's my longest Broadway run so far. A lot of the shows I've done have closed after a few months, so hopefully I have nothing to do with that. But yeah, Larry was so much fun to do, and I had a great cast. And Chorus Line is just such a special show to anyone that's, I think, involved with theater, and especially a dancer. And that show really, as a child, inspired me to pursue a life of entertainment.
All I have to say is when I saw it, I said, Mario who? Because your dancing was spectacular. I thought you were great in that show. And I'm going to have to ask, all right, Nick, was it true? The sweatshirt thing, was it true?
I did have to wear a sweatshirt. Yeah, I did wear a hooded sweatshirt.
And that was not by your choice, right?
No, for the first 6 months that I did the show before he joined, before Mario became a part of our company, I had the traditional costume, and then it was altered for the last few months.
So Nick, you've also done some modeling, and I hear you've done an underwear campaign for To Exist. It's a brand that I just can't afford, but I heard something different.
I did. I have worked with To Exist. They actually approached me while I was doing A Chorus Line, and I had a great time working with them. I love the underwear, and you can find it affordably at TJ Maxx, for example, or Daffy's carries it. So.
All right, well,
it's affordable. You can find it. You just have to look.
I'm definitely going to be shopping there, and I'm always up for a bargain. So is Anita Private, by the way. Well, Nick, I have to tell you, I'm not just a fan because you're incredibly gorgeous and that you are incredibly talented, and I've seen everything that you've done practically, but it's the amount of charity work that you do. It's almost exhausting. Every time I turn around, you're volunteering for something. You do everything from Broadway Bears to the Easter Bonnet to the Gypsy of the Year, and I was told that actually, during the Easter Bonnet competition last year, Liza Minnelli actually slapped your naked butt. Is that true?
It is true. It's one of the most amazing moments, I think, that I've had so far in my life. Liza Minnelli's hand on my bare butt cheek. I wore the bonnet for the Guys and Dolls presentation at the Easter Bonnet, and we followed the opening number that she was a part of. And so I was waiting in the wings with my Easter bonnet on my head and not much else. And she came up behind me and slapped me on the butt.
Well, if you've seen that butt, you know it was one of Liza's best days of her life as well. I have to say that. But it's exhausting. Like, how do you find time to do all these different charities? You seem to never say no.
I guess I just make the time. I don't know. I think if it's important to you, figure out a way to do it. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something else other than just performing. And I get something out of it too. I know that I am helping a lot of people, and that makes me feel good about, spending my time to do that.
Nick, one of the most amazing things I think about you is that you're such a great role model for people in New York City and around the world. You're an out person. You're very, very intelligent, very talented, and you put yourself out there. What do you have to say to young people out there in New York City and around the world?
Part of the reason why I decided to become openly gay within this profession was because not only did I want to have the opportunity to inspire people to pursue whatever dreams they might have, performing aside, like anything they want to go for, but also to be true to who they are. And I didn't think I could. How could I inspire youth to to pursue their goals if I wasn't going to be open as an individual to who I was. I worked with an organization called Live Out Loud that works with inner city LGBT youth, and they want to connect those kids with mentors and people they can look up to and say, you know what, I can be comfortable with who I am and be open about it, and I can also achieve whatever goals I want to. They shouldn't look at it as a hindrance. And so I didn't really have a lot of gay role models growing up. And so I thought, you know what, I'm in a place where I'm successful with my aspirations, so I would love to be able to then in turn give back and be that person for somebody else.
Well, Nick, our purpose is to help people that are newly diagnosed and people living with AIDS, and I'm sure you have some experiences with people being in this community and on Broadway. What do you feel about telling people about being tested and how they should deal with having the virus?
I think it's really important for us to be informed about our status, and that's why I always tell people, get tested so that you and your partner, should just be aware of your situation so that you can go about, then living your life the best way that you can and being, as healthy as you can. What I love about this site is that it's really getting information out there and support out there, and, I'm happy to be a part of it and to get people's attention on the topic.
Well, I have to thank you, too, because Nick is also our spokesperson on the site, and he has allowed us to use his beautiful pictures, so you'll see them on gaylifenyc.org under the Get Help section and also on the Get Tested section. Speaking of variety, are you dating anyone right now?
I am. I think this is like the first interview where I've actually said yes, because it's always been no, but I am. Yeah, I am right now. I have a full-on boyfriend.
That's great. Well, he's a lucky man, I have to tell you. And besides that boyfriend, I hear you have a new addition to your family. You adopted a dog. Can you tell me about that?
I did. I just adopted an 8-year-old German Shepherd Collie mix named Lady. And I went over to my friend's apartment that was housing this dog and just fell in love with her, and I had to take her home. So she's my dog now.
All right. I'm going to be sick because he's adorable, he's gorgeous, he's got a body of death, he adopts dogs. I mean, I think everyone's ideal has just been found here, and now he's taken after all these years, so your boyfriend's a lucky guy. Nick, your Broadway Hottie of the Month for December. What's coming up for you in December and beyond?
I can't officially say what the shows are yet, but I've recently been offered 2 Broadway shows that are coming up in the spring. So I haven't decided which ones I'm taking. I'm still waiting actually on a few projects. So it's been a good couple weeks. There's been a lot of things that have come into sight. So look for me back on the boards in the spring for sure.
Well, it looks like with Nick Adams, it's always up, up, and up, which we always like to hear. Nick, you're a true inspiration to everyone in this city and around the world, and we wish you extreme success and continued success in your endeavors and whatever you do.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here. Hi, everybody. Thanks for your time today. I am honored to be Hottie of the Month, and thank you for visiting gaylifenyc.org. Have a wonderful holiday season.